Hello! Thank you for checking out this video. I'm design gal Christine Maggi. Today I want to go over whether you should go to college for design or teach yourself. I'm going to go over the pros and cons of each as well as what I did and my own recommendation. Stay tuned. Alright, let's start with college. Pros of college is that it basically sets you up for success. If you attend classes, if you do your homework, you will become a better designer, you will learn, and you will grow. College gives you structure, it gives you a place and time to be every day, it gives you projects to complete by a deadline. All these things are great practice for when you actually get a job in the professional world. You should also have enough work at the end of your college career to have a great portfolio to start out looking for a junior design position. For traditional graphic design in college, which is what I did, you learn a lot about the theory behind design. So instead of learning what to do, what not to do, you actually learn why things work and why they don't. Not to mention, the whole college experience is amazing. I had a great time. You meet so many people, you make great connections, and it'll really give you a network to fall back on in the future. Alright, so what are the negatives? Well, college takes time. Most colleges are 4 years, and in some cases, like in mine, I ended up taking 5 because I had a minor. That's a very long time to go in and get out, but you do learn a lot in the process. College can also be really demanding with the level of academic achievement that they expect. There's a lot of projects, a lot of classes to juggle. Some people may not be able to handle the level of stress that comes with college. Not to mention, to get a bachelor's degree, you typically have to take classes that you'd rather not take, like a lot of general education classes that don't have anything to do with your major, but are required for that degree. In some cases, you may feel like you're wasting your time, although everything that you learn ultimately makes you a more well-rounded person. It's not a terrible thing, but it can be annoying to take a class that you really don't care about. Another thing to consider is that college is very expensive, and most people my age and younger are experiencing a lot of college debt, which I am still paying off to this day. That is no joke. So if you are paying your own way through college or you have to take out some loans, just know that college debt can be a real burden for people as they graduate and have to keep paying down this debt that they accrued. If you're looking to go more into a technology space with your design, just know that colleges historically cannot keep up with the pace of technology. In almost everywhere I look, unless you're at a very specific technical college, the tech education is really lacking. They simply cannot keep up with the pace of technology, and so they end up teaching you either very basic things or out-of-date things as far as website design, development, UI and UX, etc. So if you do go into tech and still go to college, just know that you're gonna have to teach yourself a lot in that particular realm that you probably aren't going to get from your college classes. Okay, now I want to go into the pros of being self-taught. One great thing is that you can really go at your own pace. There's nobody rushing you, nobody imposing deadlines. You can really take things as you can, do what you can when you can. If you need more time to learn something, you have the time to do it because no one is imposing any sort of timeline on your education. Along with that, you have a very flexible schedule. So if you need to work during the day and teach yourself at night, that's totally possible. If you want to end up being a freelance designer anyway, this is kind of going to set you up in that rhythm of life. Being self-taught means you'll learn how to juggle your home and work responsibilities already, and so that'll kind of set you up for success as a freelancer. Not to mention, you will have zero college debt. There may be expenses associated with teaching yourself, maybe it's through books or online classes, but it's not going to be anywhere near what you would pay for a full college tuition. And the last great thing, especially if you want to get into tech, because it is always changing, you can kind of keep the pace as things evolve. Without the burden of a college slowing down your technological learning, you're able to sort of be on par with us in the industry who are learning as things come along. So what are the downsides to teaching yourself design? Well, the first thing is you have to have a lot of self-motivation to stay on track. Because no one is forcing you to learn or expecting you to show up in a classroom at a certain time, you really have to have a lot of dedication to get yourself in learning mode and to actually learn day in, day out. Another con is that it may be hard for you to transition into an agency, for example, or working full-time in-house, because you're sort of used to more flexible schedules and doing things at your own pace. Agency jobs especially, they demand a very tight deadline, they run very quickly, and so you may not be able to keep up if you're used to a sort of slower, do it when you want it, however you want to do it kind of way of working. Another con is that you're actually responsible for finding out what to teach yourself and how to teach yourself. There are resources out there online, but a lot of the responsibility will fall on you as far as what to learn, and you may not actually know. You're also not likely going to have people around you to be able to critique your work. In a classroom at a college, you'll have people in the same spot as you critiquing your work. Your professors will critique it. But if you're by yourself, who is around you to sort of look at your work and tell you how to improve? It's going to be challenging to find those people. Another thing about being self-taught is that you do kind of miss out on the college experience of being around other people that are in the same field as you, learning along with you. And while some people may enjoy that, others may find it isolating or lonely. So in my experience, I ended up going to a design college. Like I said, I'm still paying off debt, but I am very glad I went. I felt that I got the structure I needed. I know that I do well with structure. I need to have somebody telling me what to do, when to do it by. Having that structure in place and just hitting my deadlines, finishing my projects, really gave me that rhythm that I needed to succeed in an agency setting. It's for that reason I feel like if you can afford it and if you have the time to do it, going to college is going to prepare you the best for the real world. But I understand that college is really not for everyone. Some people will do much better teaching themselves or even taking online classes rather than being in a physical college. So there's different ways of going about it. Although there are more and more resources out there for teaching yourself design, I really haven't found one place where it had a really good foundation. So far from what I've seen, they just don't quite compare to the education you're going to get from a college. If you're not sure you can afford it, you can always look for scholarships to go to college. There's online classes. You can take a community college. You can get an associate's degree. So there are ways to kind of make it work financially if that's a big concern for you. But again, it all depends on how you learn best and what environment is going to be the best for you to get that education. Like I said, there's pros and cons to both. It really depends on what you're looking for. I don't want to tell everyone to go one way or the other. But in my experience, I'm glad I went to college for design. It worked out really well for me, and I know it has for others as well. But I also know people that never went to college a day in their life, and they're a million times better than me. So it also has to do with, if you have the raw talent and you just have that eye and you don't need a lot of hand-holding and learning about how to design, and you're just great out of the box, hey, go for it. Don't let me stop you. I hope this gives you an overview of what you can kind of expect and how to make the right decision for you. Thank you again for watching. As always, please give me a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe, and check me out next time. Thank you so much.